that it appears the Ford Fusion Hybrid is going to appear in LA at the LA Auto Show in November, which is outstanding. Yeah, seriously. The
really
Fusion needs a shot in the arm.
Yeah.
It totally needs like a little injection of something to get it going again. And that's exactly the thing that do it. Short of bringing out a station wagon or a coupe, it just needs a new variant.
Now, is that going to be the same hybrid system that's in the Escape?
Ooh.
I assume so. It really, we got this from a mole within the company who didn't really release much details. So this is going to be Ford's really the first hybrid since the Escape Mariner hybrids.
And they've never really made a sedan.
And as far as I heard, they haven't been working on an alternator type system, so I think this is going to be a full-blown hybrid.
Oh, I would imagine. I mean, they've sort of established themselves as having a real hybrid with the Escape, so I don't know why they would want to backtrack from that.
All right, well, let's keep moving and talk about some brand new stories that made some big news last week. Why don't one of you guys kick the first one off?
Which one's the first one?
You can pick.
Why don't we start off with BMW wins the third International Engine of the Year award, and this is the third time in a row they've won it. And it's for the glorious twin turbocharged 3-liter inline 6. It's in the 335, and it's going to be in the 535, and if we're lucky, we'll get the 1 Series, and it'll be in there at some point. That would be freaking awesome. But anyway, they won. Let's see, they won this year for the twin turbo 3-liter. Last year they got it for the M5 V10, right?
Yeah, but the M5 V. Okay, they give out awards for this.
Yeah.
For International Engine of the Year in many categories according to displacement.
Okay.
And,
right.
And BMW won above 4-liter.
Okay.
With the 5-liter V10.
Right.
They won 2.5-liter to 3-liter with the 3-liter twin turbo.
Okay.
They won 2-liter to 2.5-liter
with the 2.5-liter, right.
2.5-liter.
And then,
they even won 1.4-liter, 1.8-liter with the engine in the Mini, the 1.6-liter turbo.
Right. And that's also Peugeot, right?
Yeah. And then they also won Best Performance Engine with the V10 again.
Right.
So that's one.
Transmission, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But anyway, so BMW is just going, and we were saying this before the podcast, we're looking over all the winners, and it's BMW, Toyota, Volkswagen, BMW.
Oh, you said one too many.
Wait.
Oh, no, there's two Toyotas.
Yeah,
I apologize.
BMW, Volkswagen, BMW, and then Porsche with a 3.6-liter turbo for the 911, which is just fucking awesome. Anyway, and then above 4 liters, the BMW again, and then the International Engine of the Year award, which was the BMW 3-liter twin turbo from 335. Why the hell is Germany dominating the engine awards?
I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of great engines out there. I mean, we've been...
the Nissan, the 3.5 that's just been revamped, the new 3.7-liter, I mean, I was waiting to see that at least somewhere in there.
Didn't it used to win that all the time, or was that was in Ward's top engine?
Yeah.
Ward's top 10 engines, they always
it was always Nissan, yeah. But Alex, do you have any idea why, Germany's so well represented on this list?
Well, they're just doing, I mean,
it's the whole Teutonic over-engineer thing.
Well, I mean, they're doing some interesting things, like the twin charger, the Volkswagen twin charger engine. That's just an innovative approach that is actually not being, dished out to some sort of, specialty vehicle. It's for the, populist vehicles. And again, we'll go. Well, that's not German. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to say about the BMW, like the V10? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
they're just good. The Porsche 3.6-liter turbo is also a great engine, and it had, when it came out, it had new innovations with the turbochargers themselves.
Right.
Well, so there's reason.
I'll tell you exactly why. I'll tell you exactly why all the Germans are here. It's because of how these awards are given out.
Okay.
In terms of 3-liter to 4-liter. Because you look at that, and I think how many awesome 3.5-liter V6s are in, $25,000 to $35,000 family sedans.
Yeah.
GM's new 3.6-liter V6 and, the Nissan V6. And then that's in the same class, according to this award system, as the Porsche 3.6-liter. Okay, obviously I'm going to pick the Porsche one if you, put a gun in my head.
Right.
Over the Chevy 3.6-liter. I mean, that's not really fair. It shouldn't be given out according to displacement. It shouldn't be given out according to displacement. Because, of course, if there's going to be a high-performance V6 in a car somewhere, in an exotic car, of course it's going to beat out every bread-and-butter V6
right.
in the world. even though those engines, obviously sell hundreds of thousands, if not millions more.
But that doesn't make it a better engineered engine, and not a push rod to be found on this list, by the way.
Well,
as Eric rolls his eyes.
Yeah. There are lots of ways to make an internal combustion.
This is absolutely true. Some of them better than others. But anyway, so we thought this was pretty interesting.
Well, speaking of push rods, we should also talk about the spy shots of the Corvette Z07 / Blue Devil / SS / Super Corvette that came out last week.
Yeah.
And they were obviously camera phone pics taken somewhere where someone was not supposed to be with the camera. And they show what appears to be a polycarbonate window in the hood. Presumably to show off, I don't know, supercharger, headers, something like that. And there's a lot of debate, if you look at this picture, and we have it on the site, if it's an actual window that we're seeing in the hood, or if it's just like a hole, a cutout for the shaker hood, or for the shaker hood scoop underneath. And I don't know. I think it's like a window.
It's a window. I don't think it's a shaker hood. I think it's a window, personally.
Me too. And, well, quite honestly, I've heard from inside sources that they've actually, have a polycarbonate hood window. I mean, that's been talked about and, done. And they're thinking about that. And I think just people who have seen the picture have said or brought up the theory that it may be a hole cutout, but...
there's reflections on it.
It's a camera phone, so they're shaking it, and you can see the white, the lights reflecting off the hood, and it could be, just the crappiness the camera phone pic.
I don't think it's I think it's a cover.
But then look under the hood. I mean, what is it showing off?
It's just showing
an
one of
engine
those
cover.
Well, it's just a plastic engine cover, so I don't know.
But why would you put a window to view on a plastic engine cover?
So that everyone can see, your badass
Yeah, but like
logo
in a Ferrari,
on the engine cover.
In a Ferrari, when they, in the back, when they put the engine cover on and it's clear, they show off the engine, and that would be awesome if that was their intent, to like really show off the mechanical beauty, the aesthetics.
Right, but that works in the Ferrari because they use the rear glass to show it because of the placement of the engine. You put try putting a glass on a Corvette there. Come on.
Well, I really like my Grease reference in the post to the car that, how did I put it? It liberated John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John from terra firma at the end of the 1976 film musical Grease. That car had a polycarbonate hood, presumably. That was completely transparent up front. Looked great. And it could fly.
And what more can you really need?
I think obviously from these pictures and from everything we've seen of the spy shots of this Super Vet, it's not going to look that different from a Z06, which I think are going to piss some people off. So they got to do something.
That's probably why they're going to do this stuff.
Yeah. They obviously have to do something to really set it apart.
You're going to have the little polycarbonate hood. You're going to have these cool-looking wheels. You're going to have those giant extractors on the front fender.
It's probably going to end up looking really garish at the end of the day. It's just going to be an insane tool for speed.